There are some kinds of pain that do not make noise. They do not always come with screaming, crying, or dramatic moments. Sometimes heartbreak is quiet. It sits in your chest like a weight no one else can see. You still wake up. You still answer people. You still go through your day. But inside, something feels broken. Something feels missing. And perhaps the hardest part is this. You want to turn back to Allah, but you do not even know what to say anymore. Your heart feels tired. Your eyes are dry. Your chest feels heavy. Even your dua feels stuck. You raise your hands, but the words do not come. You sit on the prayer mat, but your thoughts are all over the place. You want relief. You want closeness to Allah. You want peace. But all you feel is numbness. And that numbness can scare you. Because sometimes a person starts thinking, why can I not cry anymore? Why does my heart feel so cold? Why do I feel distant even when I am trying? Is Allah upset with me? Is something wrong with me? But listen carefully. Just because you feel numb does not mean Allah has left you. Just because your chest feels empty does not mean your dua has no value. Just because you cannot find beautiful words does not mean your Lord is not listening. In fact, some of the most sincere dua come not from long speeches, but from a shattered heart that can barely speak. And if that is where you are right now, this reminder is for you. If your heart is broken, if someone hurt you, if you were betrayed, if life did not go the way you expected, if your tears have dried up, and now all that is left is silence, then stay with me. Because today we are going to talk about how to make dua when your heart is broken and you feel numb. Not when you are spiritually high, not when everything is perfect, but when you are weak. When you are tired, when you are barely holding yourself together. And maybe this is exactly the moment your dua becomes the most real. My dear brother, my dear sister, one of the biggest mistakes people make during heartbreak is thinking they have to come to Allah in a polished state. They think they need the perfect words, the perfect tears, the perfect concentration, the perfect emotional connection. They think, when I feel better, then I will make proper dua. When I am calmer, then I will speak to Allah. When my heart softens again, then I will return. But that is not how it works. You do not wait to heal before turning to Allah. You turn to Allah so that healing can begin. You do not need to hide your brokenness from the one who created your heart. Allah already knows what sits inside your chest. He knows the name you cannot stop thinking about. He knows the disappointment you have not told anyone. He knows the betrayal, the abandonment, the loneliness, the rejection, the silent pain, and even that strange emptiness you cannot explain. He knows all of it. So when you make dua, do not think you are informing Allah. You are returning to Allah. And sometimes returning to Allah does not sound like a long, beautiful speech. Sometimes it sounds like this. Ya Allah, I do not know what to say. Sometimes it sounds like this. Ya Allah, I am tired. Sometimes it sounds like this. Ya Allah, help me. Sometimes it is just tears, and sometimes it is not even tears. Sometimes it is a long silence with a wounded heart sitting before its Lord. And Allah understands that language too. There are people who think that if they cannot cry, their heart must be dead. But numbness is not always the absence of feeling. Sometimes numbness is what happens when pain has gone too deep. The heart becomes overwhelmed. The mind becomes exhausted. The body keeps going, but the soul feels drained. So do not be harsh with yourself. You are not a machine. You are a human being carrying pain. And Allah is more merciful to you than you are to yourself. So the first thing you need to understand is this. When your heart is broken and you feel numb, start your dua exactly from where you are. Do not fake emotions. Do not force words. Do not perform spirituality. Be honest. Say, Ya Allah, my heart hurts. Say, Ya Allah, I feel empty. Say, Ya Allah, I am trying, but I feel nothing. Say, Ya Allah, I do not even know what I need anymore, but you know. That honesty itself is worship, because real dua is not about sounding impressive. Real dua is about being real before Allah. And this is something so beautiful. People may only understand the polished version of you. People may only accept you when you seem strong. But Allah listens to you even when you are falling apart. So let your dua become honest. Do not speak to Allah the way you are trying to impress people. Speak to Allah the way a wounded servant speaks to the most merciful. There is another thing heartbreak does. It makes people feel abandoned. Even when others are around them, they still feel alone. Sometimes the person they trusted the most becomes the source of their pain. Sometimes the one they gave their heart to leaves. Sometimes the one they sacrificed for changes. Sometimes the apology never comes. Sometimes the closure never comes. Sometimes the loss is permanent. And in all of that, a person can begin to feel invisible. But you are not invisible to Allah. The world may not fully understand your pain, but Allah does. And this is why your dua in heartbreak should not only be about asking for the situation to change. It should also be about asking Allah to stay close to you through the pain. A lot of people make dua only like this. Ya Allah, remove this problem. And yes, ask for that. Ask for relief. Ask for ease. Ask for healing. But also say, Ya Allah, do not let this pain pull me away from you. Say, Ya Allah, if this test remains for some time, then remain with me in it. Say, Ya Allah, hold my heart together while I heal. Say, Ya Allah, do not let this heartbreak destroy my faith. Because sometimes the greatest gift is not just that the problem disappears. Sometimes the greatest gift is that Allah carries you through it. And when you make dua like that, something changes. You stop only looking for escape and you begin looking for closeness. You begin realizing that even this painful chapter can become a door back to Allah. Some people only become deeply sincere in dua after heartbreak. Before that, they were distracted. Before that, they depended too much on people. Before that, they were emotionally attached to things that could never truly save them. But then life breaks them, and suddenly they discover that there is no door more healing than the door of Allah. That brokenness can become a mercy if it leads you back to the one who never breaks his promises. Now let us talk about something many people feel but rarely say openly. Sometimes when a person is heartbroken, they stop making dua because they feel disappointed with Allah. They may not say it directly, but inside they feel confusion. I prayed for this. I begged for this. I thought this person was good for me. I thought this was the path. Why did Allah let this happen? Why did He not give me what I asked for? And because those thoughts feel scary, people hide them. But hiding them does not heal them. Bring that confusion back to Allah. 2, you do not need to pretend in front of Allah. Say, Ya Allah, I do not understand. Say, Ya Allah, this hurts more than I expected. Say, Ya Allah, I trusted your plan, but I am struggling with this pain. Say, Ya Allah, help my heart accept what my mind still fights. This is not disrespect. This is need. There is a difference between rejecting Allah's wisdom and struggling to carry the pain of it. A wounded heart can still be a believing heart. So if you are confused, speak. If you are disappointed, speak. If you are hurting, speak. But speak to Allah, not away from Allah. That is the difference. Pain can either distance you from your Lord or drive you to Him. And the safer path is always this. Keep the conversation with Allah open, even if all you can offer Him is broken sentences. Another important thing is this. When you feel numb, do not only make big dramatic dua. Make very small, simple, repeated dua throughout your day. People often think dua must happen in a special emotional moment. But when your heart is tired, consistency matters more than intensity. While lying in bed, whisper, Ya Allah, heal me. While driving, say, Ya Allah, give me peace. While washing your face, say, Ya Allah, remove this heaviness from my chest. Before sleeping, say, Ya Allah, I place this pain with you. When you wake up, say, Ya Allah, help me get through today. These little du'as matter. They are not small to Allah. And sometimes healing does not begin with one dramatic night of crying. Sometimes healing begins with a weak servant repeatedly turning back to Allah in tiny moments all day long. That is how a wounded heart slowly learns to breathe again. Also, remember this: if you cannot make long dua, then use the words Allah already taught us in the Quran. Use simple prophetic prayers. Use short words filled with meaning. There is mercy even in that, because sometimes when your own words are gone, revelation lends you words to survive. You can say, Our Lord, pour upon us patience and let us die as Muslims. You can say, My Lord, I am truly in need of whatever good you send down to me. You can say, there is no God but you. Glory be to you. I was truly among the wrongdoers. You can say, Allah is enough for me, and He is the best disposer of affairs. These are not just words, they are anchors. When your own language collapses, hold on to the language that brings the heart back to Allah. And let me say something very important here. Do not measure the value of your dua by how emotional you feel while making it. Some people think, if I did not cry, maybe it did not count. If I was distracted, maybe Allah will not accept it. If I feel numb, maybe my heart is too far gone. No, your emotions rise and fall. Your Lord does not. Your feelings are unstable. Allah's mercy is not. There will be days when your dua feels alive, and there will be days when it feels dry. Keep going anyway. There will be nights when tears fall easily, and there will be nights when your face feels empty and your chest feels blocked. Keep going anyway, because sincerity is not proven only by tears. Sometimes sincerity is proven by continuing to turn to Allah even when you feel nothing. That is powerful. That is loyalty to Allah. That is faith in the dark. And perhaps that kind of dua is more beloved than you realize. You should also understand that heartbreak has a way of narrowing your whole world. It makes one person, one event, one wound feel bigger than everything else. You replay conversations. You imagine different endings. You keep thinking, what if? Why if only? And the heart becomes trapped in a loop. One of the most healing things you can do in dua is to stop only asking Allah to give you back what you lost and start asking Allah to give you what is truly best for your future. That is a very powerful shift. Instead of only saying, Ya Allah, return this person to me, say, Ya Allah, if they are good for my faith, my peace, and my future, bring them back in a way that is good. But if they are not good for me, then remove them from my heart and replace this pain with something better. That takes courage. Because sometimes we ask Allah to keep what is slowly destroying us. Sometimes we beg for doors that Allah closed out of mercy. Sometimes we cry over what hurt us because we have not yet seen what Allah is protecting us from. And that is why mature dua is not only give me what I want. Mature dua becomes, Ya Allah, train my heart to want what is best. That is when peace starts entering. Not because the pain immediately vanishes, but because your soul starts surrendering to divine wisdom. And yes, that takes time. Do not think one dua will make all grief disappear by tonight. Healing is often slow. Sometimes Allah removes the pain quickly. Sometimes He lifts it layer by layer. Sometimes He lets you walk through it, because in that process your heart becomes softer, wiser, humbler, stronger, and more attached to Him than ever before. So do not rush your recovery with Allah. bring your heart again and again. There is also something else many hurting people need to hear. When your heart is broken, Shaitan loves to isolate you. He wants you to think your pain is unique, your situation is hopeless, your future is empty, and your Lord is distant. He wants your heartbreak to become the beginning of your spiritual collapse. Do not let that happen. Fight that isolation by staying connected to prayer, even if it feels heavy. Stay connected to Quran, even if it is only a little. Stay connected to good people, even if you do not feel like talking much. Stay connected to beneficial reminders, even if your heart is not fully responding yet. And keep making dua, even when it feels like you are speaking through fog. Why? Because hearts change. The numbness you feel today is not your final state. The tears that do not come today may come later. The peace you cannot imagine today may become your reality one day. Allah can change a heart in ways you cannot imagine. A person who feels completely broken today may be deeply at peace months from now. A person who thought they would never stop hurting may one day thank Allah for what that pain taught them. A person who thought they lost everything may one day realize Allah was clearing space in their life for something far better. So never let your current emotional state define Allah's ability to heal you. He can restore what people shattered. He can calm what anxiety destroyed. He can fill what loss emptied. He can warm what pain made numb. And He can do it in ways no human being ever could. Now let us make this very practical. How do you actually make dua when your heart is broken and you feel numb? Start by finding small moments of privacy with Allah. It does not have to be perfect. It can be after prayer, before sleep, after waking up, in sujood, in the car, while walking in the dark, with the lights off, with no performance. Just you and Allah. Then begin by praising Him in a simple way. Say, Ya Allah, You are the most merciful. You are the one who sees me. You are the one who knows what I cannot explain. Then send peace and blessings upon the Prophet, peace be upon him. Then speak honestly. Mention your pain. Mention your weakness. Mention your confusion. Ask for healing, peace, strength, patience, guidance, protection from bad decisions, and a heart that stays close to Allah. Then end with hope. End with trust. End knowing that even if the answer comes slowly, Allah heard every word. And if one day all you can say is one sentence, let that one sentence be real. That is enough. Do not underestimate the dua that comes from exhaustion. Do not underestimate the dua whispered through pain. Do not underestimate the prayer of a person who has been crushed but still turns back to Allah. Allah sees that. And maybe there is someone listening right now who has not made a proper dua in a long time. Maybe heartbreak made you silent. Maybe disappointment made you distant. Maybe numbness made you feel spiritually frozen. But this is your sign to return. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel better. Now. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your heart feels blank. Even if all you say is, Ya Allah, bring me back to you. That could be the beginning of everything. And please remember this. You are not weak because you are hurting. You are not faithless because you are tired. You are not abandoned because your life became painful. Sometimes Allah allows the wound because through that wound, you finally knock on the door you had been neglecting. And when Allah opens the door of sincere dua for a person, that itself is a mercy. So if you still have even the smallest desire to turn back to Him, then there is hope, great hope, because hearts do not heal by accident. They heal by the mercy of Allah. They heal when they stop chasing only people and start returning to their Lord. They heal when they stop demanding immediate answers and start trusting divine timing. They heal when they stop hiding pain and start pouring it out before Allah. They heal when they realize that even a numb heart can still be heard by the one who created it. So tonight, or after this video, or whenever you find a quiet moment, sit down and speak to Allah. Do not worry about elegance. Do not worry about whether you cry. Just be honest. Tell Allah exactly how you feel. And then ask Him for what only He can give. A healed heart, a peaceful soul, and a connection with Him stronger than the pain you carry. If this reminder reached your heart, then write, "I love Allah" in the comments. Let that be your quiet declaration of faith, even if you are still healing, even if you are still struggling, even if your heart still hurts. And if you are comfortable, share your story in the comments too. Your words may help someone else who feels alone in their pain. Sometimes one honest comment becomes a source of comfort for another broken heart. Let us build a community of believers who remind each other that no matter how shattered we feel, we still have Allah. And if your heart is hurting right now, I pray that Allah replaces your heaviness with peace, your confusion with clarity, your tears with reward, and your numbness with nearness to Him. I pray that Allah heals the parts of you no one knows are hurting. I pray that He gives you a way out from what is breaking you and a future that is better than what you lost. Hold on. Allah hears the dua you cannot even fully say.